Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2018 Granny Squares Crochet Along. Today we are working on this cute little flower, the daisy square. I have kept my flower all one color, but you can have fun with this one and change colors if you want to. Keep it the same, work your whole square the same. It's totally up to you. So we start this one out with a chain 4 and slip stitch to make a ring. Or you can go ahead and make a magic circle if you prefer, totally up to you. We'll start with a chain 3 to count as our first double crochet, and we need to make 11 more double crochets into the ring for a total of 12 altogether. Alright, once you've got all 12 double crochets into your ring, we're going to slip stitch to that starting chain 3 that we made to complete the first round. And from there, to start second round, we're going to chain 3 for our first double crochet, and then we're going to chain another 2. So in each stitch here we are going to double crochet and chain 2. And then another double crochet and chain 2 into the next stitch. And we're going to continue that sequence all the way around with a double crochet and chain 2 into each stitch, all the way around. Alright, so once you finish with that sequence, you will have 12 double crochets and 12 chain spaces all the way around, and slip stitch into the third chain that you made out of those starting chain 5s that you did. And that is the end of your second round. So now you're going to want to slip stitch over into that chain space. And we are going to start with a cluster. So we're going to chain 2 to start your first 4 double crochet cluster. And with this you're just going to do a partial double crochet 3 times, because that first chain 2 counts as the first one. So after 3 partial double crochets, you're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops, and then chain 3. In the next space, we're going to do another 4 double crochet clusters. So this will be a complete one with all 4, right? Because the last time we started with the chain 2. Oops. So you should have 5 loops on your hook when you're ready to yarn over and pull through all of them and finish that off. So here we've got the first 2 clusters there, and we're going to chain 3 again and put another cluster into each of these chain spaces all the way around. So just 4 partial double crochets, and then yarn over to pull through all 5 loops on your stitch. Continue that sequence all the way around, and I will meet you back when we've done that. So if you are starting a new color, you're going to want to join into one of these chain spaces. And if you're continuing on with the same color, just go ahead and slip stitch over to a chain space, and we are going to put 4 single crochets into each of these chain spaces all the way around. we're going to skip over all the clusters that we made and just keep going with 4 single crochets into the chain space. So I will meet back with you once we have finished that sequence of 4 single crochets in each chain space all the way around. Alright, so once we finish that last cluster in that last chain space, we're going to do our last chain 3 and slip stitch to our starting cluster. Now I am actually going to finish off at this point because I want to change colors. So you might have already, since up to this point, or you might want to, or keep the same colors going on. It's all up to you. Alright, so once you've finished putting 4 single crochets into each chain space, you will want to slip stitch to your first single crochet. Once again, I am going to finish off here and change my colors again. Feel free to, or you can keep things the same. It is still totally up to you. From right here, try and go into that same stitch, and we are going to chain 3 to count as our first double crochet, and into the next stitch we are going to put 2 double crochets. So this is going to be the start of our corner. We're going to start squaring out our square now. So the corner here, just heard my cat meow. Chain 2, and then into the next stitch we're going to put 2 more double crochets. And then just 1 double crochet into the next stitch. Then we need a half double crochet into the next. Sorry, I just needed to count. And then we're going 6 single crochets into the next 6 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then of course we need a half double crochet to start going back up to our corner. Double crochet in the next stitch, and then we are ready for a corner here. So 2 double crochets in the same stitch, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and there is your second corner. So we are going to continue that sequence all the way around. You're going to double crochet, half double crochet, and then 6 single crochets, half double crochet, double crochet, and then your corner of your 2 double crochets in 1 stitch, chain 2, 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and continue that all the way around, and I will meet you back here when we start where we started. Alright, now that we've finished that sequence around, we are going to slip stitch to our first starting chain 3, and we'll see that we've got pretty square. Oopsies, hit my lamp, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and slip stitch over to our corner chain space here, and chain 3 to count as your first double crochet, and put another double crochet into that chain space, and now chain 2 and 2 more double crochets into that chain space, and there is your corner stitch. We are now going to work double crochets into every stitch across here that we just did. So pretty simple, repetitive round here. Just bringing it up to our bigger size now. So continue with double crochets all around your corner. I have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, double crochet along each stitch, corner, double crochet along each stitch, corner, and then we will get back to slip stitch to the beginning. Alright, now that we have double crocheted along our last side, we are going to slip stitch into our starting chain 3 that we made. And once again, slip stitch over to that corner space. And we're going to chain 1, which does not count as anything, and single crochet into that corner chain stitch, half double crochet, and then single crochet. So that is your corner stitch, is a single crochet, half double crochet, and a single crochet. That's what you're going to do in each of the 4 corners along your sides, and in each stitch along the sides we're just going to single crochet. So this round is just just bringing it up to size. If you're a tight crocheter, you might need to do repeat of this round. I know I am a loose crocheter, so I surely won't have to. Just get over to this other corner so I can show you that again. There's no chains in the corner of this round. Here we are, just a single crochet, half double crochet, and then another single crochet. And then you're going to continue along with single crochets along each side until we get back to the beginning so that we can slip stitch. Alright, so once you finish single crocheting along your last side, you are going to slip stitch to that first single crochet that you made. Remember, not that chain, but the single crochet that you made. Go ahead and finish off. Tie in your ends, sew in your ends, however you do that, and there you have your finished square. I really like this one, so I hope you guys did too, and thank you for crocheting along with me. See you next time.